No handshakes before the game, nothing like that.
I don't think we need any of that. We both kind of know what it is.
He's smart, because that was the corporate answer. But
So what was the translation of what he was just saying?
I'm the man, and you was behind me for a reason, and I'm going to show you every time we play why they pick me before they pick you.
For the first time in over 20 years, the Detroit Pistons are really back, and the turnaround feels unreal. They've snapped off 12 straight wins, grabbed the top seed in the East, and their young duo is acting like they're taking over the league right in front of everyone. Cade Cunningham is breaking down defenses with calm veteran skill, while Jalen Duren is powering through the paint with strength that looks impossible at times. Put them together and the numbers look wild, but the tape looks even better. Analysts are trying to figure out how the same team people ignored suddenly looks this sharp. This isn't some lucky streak. Detroit is playing with purpose, confidence, and a style that catches anyone off guard who expected them to stay at the bottom. Just 2 years ago, this would have sounded completely unreal. Back in 2023, the Pistons weren't just struggling, they lost 28 straight games between late October and December, leaving fans drained and teams around the league stunned at how rough it got. Then the 2024-25 season flipped everything fast. Detroit jumped their win total by 30 games, something only a small list of NBA teams have ever pulled off. What makes it even more intense is they did it with almost the same roster, but with better discipline, smarter decisions, and a mindset that didn't crack under pressure. Every young team reaches a point where talk doesn't matter anymore. They have to show they're more than a feel-good story. The shift from hot streak to real threat is what separates teams that get noticed from teams that actually matter. And this season, Detroit made that jump.
This dude is a sleeper. Y'all probably don't even know who this kid is. Jalen Duren.
Jalen
in Detroit, big man, like his game. And I see what I think he will be in the league.
16 games in, they're 14-2, their best start since 2005 to 2006, holding the East top spot even while missing key rotation players. And a quick look at the stats shows this isn't the same old Detroit squad. They're 11th in scoring, 13th in field goal percentage, and 17th in three-point shooting. Solid numbers, but not flashy. And that's what makes them dangerous, because they win with structure, pressure, and smart play that forces opponents into messy, uncomfortable possessions. Detroit's defense has turned into something serious. They now hold the second-best defensive rating in the league, locking teams to just 46% shooting. Every drive gets crowded by a wall of blue, rotations stay tight, and everything ends at Jalen Duren, who's looking like a real rim protector while pushing Detroit into the top 10 in blocks. They're also 6th in defensive rebounds, shutting down second-chance looks before they even start. There's another detail that says a lot. Teams average only 24.8 assists against Detroit, 5th lowest in the entire league. That means opponents can't run clean sets. They get pushed into tough isolations and rush shots as the clock burns out. Even the weak spots fit the story. Detroit sits 23rd in turnovers and 25th in opponent three-point percentage, numbers that usually sink teams, yet they keep grinding through games and wearing opponents down. Put it all together: steady offense, focused defense, strong boards, smart shot choices, and a slow physical tempo, and the picture is clear. For the first time in 20 years, Detroit isn't just making noise. They look like a real contender. And at the center of everything is Cade Cunningham, quietly stepping into top 5 territory and resetting the whole direction of the franchise. When Detroit drafted Cunningham first overall in 2021, they believed he could lead a new era. But 2 seasons later, that plan looked wrecked. Detroit lost 28 straight games, and the team became an easy punchline. Still, the same player and the same organization climbed out of that mess and rebuilt their name one win at a time. In a moment when most young stars would have started looking around the league for a new home, Cade stayed locked in. He didn't blame teammates, didn't question the front office, and didn't look for an exit. He trusted the plan and kept working. Last season, he pushed Detroit back to the playoffs for the first time since 2019, averaging 26.1 points, 6.1 rebounds, and 9.1 assists. Now, in his 5th year, he's playing on a whole different level. Cade is putting up 27.3 points, 5.4 rebounds, and 9.9 assists, career highs. His latest stretch shut down any doubts. He dropped a 46-point triple-double in an overtime win against Washington, missed 3 games with an injury, then came back with 25 points and 10 assists while helping Detroit grab its 11th straight win. That night also made him the first Piston ever to hit at least 25 points and 10 assists in 5 straight games. Going from the #1 pick during Detroit's roughest years to the engine of a full franchise turnaround is a story nobody predicted. Cunningham's game blends control, skill, and timing. One play, he slips by defenders and finishes smooth at the rim. The next, he steps back into a calm, deep three. Then he drops a clean pass through traffic to the corner. His mix of patience and creativity is rare, and it's why he keeps showing up near the top of every major stat category this season. Cade Cunningham is running Detroit's offense at a level only a few players in the league can match. He leads all guards in assists per game and sits second in the entire NBA, right behind Nikola Jokic. He's third in fast break scoring behind Giannis Antetokounmpo and Tyrese Maxey, and he's third in drives per game with 17.1 a night, trailing just Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Jalen Brunson. He also ranks top 5 in total passes and creates 24.9 points a night off his assists, which is third in the league. Cade is also top 5 in distance run per game, showing how much responsibility he carries. In a league full of explosive athletes, he stands out for his mind. His timing, patience, and awareness let him control the tempo like he's a step ahead of everybody. No matter how defenders try to crowd him, bumping him, chasing him over screens, or flying at him on closeouts, he finds his answer. When Cade attacks downhill, he moves with calm power. He handles contact, keeps his balance, and forces defenders into tough choices. His footwork is sharp and clean, and every step back or spin looks intentional. With the way he's lifting Detroit, he's making a strong case as a top 5 player this season. But Cade isn't just running the offense. He takes pride in defending too, something you don't always see from a star with his workload. And his biggest leap this year is how he closes games. He leads the league in fourth quarter scoring at 11.2 points a night and already has 123 total fourth quarter points. When the game tightens, he steps into a different gear. His game against the Hawks proved it. He went into the third quarter with 10 points and 8 assists, playing controlled and steady. Then in the fourth, he turned it up, scoring 9 points and hitting 2 clutch shots in the last minute and a half to lock down a 120-112 win. Detroit kept giving him the ball, and he stayed composed every possession. Teams have tried everything on him: double teams, traps, switches, even full court pressure. But once he finds his rhythm, he's tough to shake. Right now, he's shaping himself into a real franchise-changing star and building a case as one of the league's top 3 guards. Detroit hasn't seen this level of control since Isaiah Thomas owned the floor, and Cade Cunningham is bringing that energy back with calm leadership and real edge. He's more than a young star. He's the foundation of Detroit's future, and like every great floor general, he's built chemistry with the perfect partner. Jalen Duren has stepped into his role and reshaped Detroit's identity in a real way. Calling this a breakout doesn't even cover it. His presence is forcing teams to change how they guard the Pistons. It's early to call him one of the most dominant bigs in the league, but the energy he's bringing this season puts him right on that path. When people talk about the top paint anchors, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic, Duren isn't in that group yet. But the way he's playing shows he's getting closer every week. Strong interior players control possessions even in traffic, and Duren has been doing that nonstop. He's averaging 20.6 points, 11.9 rebounds, 1.8 assists, 1.1 steals, and 1.1 blocks in just 29 minutes, while shooting 67.4% from the field. Last year, he put up 11.8 and 10.3. Now he's dropping big double-doubles like it's normal. His improvement has been so steady that his production almost feels routine, even though what he's doing is far from normal. He's giving all-star numbers, protecting the rim, and owning the paint with real strength and confidence. For Detroit, he's not just a role player. He's the power source behind this whole rise. Duren isn't just playing strong basketball, he's taking control of entire games. He's winning the inside battle, pushing defenders out of the way, and punishing every missed rotation. At 22, he's become a real problem near the rim, grabbing offensive rebounds, finishing through contact, and using that solid frame to challenge anyone who steps in the paint. His November run proves it. He scored 30 or more in 3 games and hit at least 20 in 6 of them. Even after a short ankle setback, he came back ready, dropping 31 and 15 on the Pacers, then 24 and 8 on the Hawks. Right now, Duren is mastering the roll man role. He's near the top of the league in points per possession, running about 3 role plays a night and converting at around 1.46 points per possession. And he didn't reinvent his game to get here. He cleaned up the parts that already worked. He's rolling harder, catching lobs clean, sealing defenders, and turning offensive rebounds into easy buckets. This simple, direct style is giving him nightly numbers around 20 and 12. There's no debate anymore. He's Detroit's second star. What makes this leap even stronger is that his defense has finally caught up. For the first time, Detroit is better on defense when he's on the court. Opponents shoot only 58% at the rim against him, putting him close to some of the league's toughest interior defenders. He's averaging over 1 block and 1 steal, staying patient while still bringing real energy. In real matchups, he's too strong to move, too quick to lose, and too confident to rattle. This year, Duren has leaned fully into his physical gifts. He's using his size with purpose, setting firm screens, sealing rebounds, and trusting his reads. That old talk about him being too passive is gone. Now he plays with focus and attitude. The type of big who changes the whole feel of a game the second he checks in. Put it all together, and it's clear. Jalen Duren is headed toward his first All-Star spot. And if he keeps producing at this level, an All-NBA nod and a max contract won't be far behind. He's realizing how much control he has in the paint. And that shift is becoming a serious problem for every team trying to slow him down. Detroit's rise into real contender territory comes from a physical style that sets the tone every night, and at the center of it is the connection between Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren. Their pick and roll has become the heartbeat of the offense. Cade reading the floor with calm control, Duren exploding to the rim with power, forming one of the league's toughest duos to guard. No team is finishing above the rim like Detroit right now. They lead the league in dunks, and Duren is the one driving that. He's putting up 20.6 points a night, and only Giannis, Nikola Jokic, Zion Williamson, and DeAndre Ayton score more in the paint. As a roll man, he's become a tough matchup. Strong, quick, and comfortable with contact. What's pushed him forward this season is his spacing. He knows when to seal, when to dive, and how to open lanes for Cade. That chemistry has turned into Detroit's biggest weapon. Cade's lobs and Duren's finishes look automatic. They already have more than 25 assisted dunks, the most of any duo in the league. And they've played only about a dozen games together this season. Duren's leap has boosted Cade too, bumping him to a career-best 11.7 points per game as a pick-and-roll ball handler. Their impact goes deeper than scoring. Their rhythm forces defenses to collapse, which opens clean threes for the rest of the roster. When Cade and Duren share the floor, Detroit shoots around 38% from deep. And the wild part is the offense still has room to grow. Once playoff basketball slows the pace down, this duo will be a serious problem for anyone lined up across from them. Detroit's style is built for the postseason, slow, physical, and disciplined. In tight moments, Cade turns calm and steady. He breaks down defenses step by step, stays patient through traps, and handles late clock pressure with ease. Duren is the perfect partner beside him, setting strong screens, rolling hard, and finishing everything around the rim. Their two-man game isn't flashy. It's direct and reliable, which makes it even tougher to stop. Their defense ties everything together. Detroit fights through screens, pressures ball handlers, and forces teams into uncomfortable shots. Nothing comes easy, and the supporting cast fits the identity. Ausar Thompson brings elite energy, Jaden Ivey attacks with speed, Duncan Robinson keeps the floor spaced, and veterans like Karis LeVert and Tobias Harris add steady scoring and leadership. The roster finally fits. After years of struggle, Detroit has flipped the script. They're one of the hottest teams in the league, playing with a confidence the city hasn't felt since the championship era. Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren have arrived. And the scary part is they're only getting started. What do you think about this Pistons comeback story? Is this the start of a new dynasty in Detroit or just a wild hot streak? And how far do you think Cade and Duren can really take this team? I really want to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment and let me know, because I always appreciate those of you who are watching and sharing your opinions. Thank you for sticking with the story. If you enjoyed this one, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Ball Stories. There's plenty more heat on the channel, so check out another video when you're ready. Catch you in the next video. Peace.